Hey everyone, welcome back to another video in my digital nomading vlogs. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos, highlighting my journey moving to Chiang Mai for 6 months. What are the different obstacles that I have to take care of? What are the different logistical aspects? What are the different emotions that come up during the process? To kind of give you an idea of, the behind the scenes thing. Obviously, everyone knows about what an online business owner has to do in terms of building a website and all the email lists and things like that. But what happens when you plan to save money by moving to a cheaper country? What are the different emotions that come up for you? What are the different things that you have to deal with? I want to share that with you guys. I want you to know that I'm an open book. I am transparent, and I want to be as transparent as possible so that you can take advantage of my learnings and you can use that in your own journey. So if you are planning to move to a different country to work, these are some of the things that you can use in your own journey, and I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. So during my journey, I have to kind of give you a heads up. Sometimes I'm not going to have a proper internet connection because for the next few weeks I am moving around a lot. I'm moving from my apartment to my parents', and then from my parents I'm going to be traveling for a couple of days, and then I'm moving to a hostel for a week or so, and then I'll be hopefully leasing an apartment for 6 months, and hopefully by that point I'll have a good internet connection. So at certain points I might miss a day or two here or there. I'll try not to as much as possible. I want to stay connected with you throughout the whole process, but if I'm unable to, I will share as much as I can during that process, but I will, maybe have to skip a few days. I just want to warn you guys about that. Today I wanted to speak to you guys about some of the logistics of moving to a different country. Obviously, I'm a condo owner right now in Toronto, so I own this beautiful condo that I'm standing in right now. It is my haven. It's my paradise. I love living here. It's the best decision I ever made was to move into this beautiful space, and I'm so grateful that I got a chance to live in here for a year and a half, more than a year and a half by now. I moved in here in January 2015, and I'm so grateful that I have the chance to live here. And obviously it is time to move on, to move to different places, come back, see what happens in the future. So I'm renting my place out for a year, and for the past couple of weeks, I've been searching for the perfect tenant, the tenant that's going to rent it out and who's going to pay me the amount that I want, and who's going to want to rent it furnished, because I really don't want to move my furniture and then move it back in, and I really want someone to use all of the stuff that I have in here, especially the utensils and the pots and the pans, my bed spring, etc. So I'm renting out my space for a year, and I've been searching for a tenant for the past few weeks. And yesterday, you need to congratulate me because I found a tenant. My mother did, actually. My mother's a real estate agent, and she found a perfect tenant for me. And that lady is going to be staying in my apartment for a year, which is awesome. And it's really interesting how I manifested this tenant. It's actually a really interesting story, so I'd like to share that with you. What happened was that I was at my parents' because I was visiting with them, and my mom was getting really afraid and nervous about the fact that we did not have a tenant yet for my place. And I absolutely understood that her concern, because if I wasn't there, and I already booked my ticket for September 30th, if I wasn't there, she would be the one who would have to deal with the aftermath, moving things, all the different things that are involved with it. And I really didn't want that to happen. I want to deal with all of these movings and all of the different aspects of it before I go, so that I can just leave with an empty heart. I don't have to worry about what's going on back home. And so obviously she was getting worried, and so what I did was that night I sat down and I did a meditation in which I asked the universe, please send me an amazing tenant. Please send me a tenant who will rent my space out for a year, who will, rent it out on October 1st, so I don't have to worry about anything. I can move all my stuff out, and hopefully she rents it out furnished as well. So I asked the universe to send me my tenant that night, and then I fell asleep with a light heart. I knew that the universe would take care of me, and I knew that the universe would send me a tenant. I just didn't realize how fast it would happen. I woke up in the morning, I did my meditation again, I did a bit of journaling, and I get out of bed, I go to my computer, and I see a message from Craigslist saying that, I'm interested in looking at your apartment. Can I come in to take a look at it? Awesome. I was like, yes, thank you, universe. You came through for me like always. And in the same breath, as I was checking my messages, I heard my mother saying that we received an offer from the MLS listing that she had placed. So received 2 offers in almost the same breath. And so the lady who was coming on my mom's end, she was obviously perfect. You know, she wanted to rent for the right amount, she wanted it for a year, and she wanted it furnished, as was the person that came through Craigslist. And so I was open to both ideas. Whatever happened, I would, you know, I wasn't really concerned with who was going to stay in my place, because I knew that it would be the perfect tenant for me, because I'd asked the universe for it. And if the universe sent me these 2 people, they were the right people to stay in my apartment. You see what I'm saying? I trusted the fact that the universe is taking care of me. And so the person who came through MLS is the person who's actually moving into my apartment now. We signed the papers yesterday after a bit of back and forth, and now, you know, I have a tenant. But you see, the point of the story is that manifesting, or your thoughts, create your reality. So you have to just ask the universe, and the universe will take care of it. But you have to be specific about it. You have to tell the universe exactly what you're looking for. You can't just say, I want $100,000. You need to be a little bit more specific than that. You know, I want freedom. I want the capability to live in 2 different places during the year. I want the ability to move around and travel. I want the ability to work 4 hours a day. You know, be a little bit more specific about it, because the more specific you are in your mind, the more specific you can be in manifesting what you want. Most of us have dreams, but we don't really know why we have those dreams. We have those dreams because maybe someone told us that would be cool to have. Like for the longest time, I wanted to travel and I wanted to become a digital nomad. That's because I see a lot of people doing it, and I have this romantic idea in my head. Finally, I realized, okay, I have to actually try it out to see if I actually like it. And that's the reason I'm doing this experiment as well, of moving to Chiang Mai for 6 months, because I want to see, will I even like living in a different place for 6 months and then moving around to a different place again? Like, will I like living in Toronto for 6 months and living somewhere else for 6 months? Is that something that is even feasible for me in my mood, my emotion, the way I am, my personality, character? Does that even fit me? So I'm trying it out to see, is my dream even feasible? So I have a dream, and I'm making it happen to see if it works for me. A lot of us, though, we have these dreams in our head, and we don't actually have any concrete ideas about it. We've never really actually put it into practice. For example, for me, I want to be in a relationship with a particular individual that's in my head. But I've never written it out, and I don't know exactly what this person looks like, because it's just an idea. And I always have this idea that I want to be with a certain person, but when I end up being attracted to someone in real life, it always ends up being completely different from the idea I have in my head. So obviously, the ideas in my head are not completely integrated with what my subconscious or my true self wants, right? Because otherwise I would be getting exactly what I had in my mind. So that is a block. That's something that is not right in my, it's a disconnect from my subconscious over to the reality. So that's something that I need to work on, and I am working on it every single day. But what I want you guys to figure out is, what are your concrete ideas and dreams? What do you want from your life? What does your ideal life look like? And I say this over and over again, because most people think that they want $1 million, or they want a big house, or they want this and that. But when they actually sit down and actually write out what their true self, what their real self wants, they realize that, oh, I'd be happy with a small condo downtown, as long as I can save up money to go travel often, or as long as I can save up money to go volunteer at an orphanage, or whatever it might be. You know, you really have to outline what you're interested in, because a lot of times there's a disconnect there, and you really don't want to end up following a dream and achieving it, and then realizing that that's not something that you really want anyways. That would be a big mistake, because we spend so much time working on our dreams, and then if we achieve the wrong thing, it means that you wasted basically 10 or 15 years of your life working towards something that you did not want. So be really clear about what your ideal life looks like. What do you really want from your life? And then outline it, and then make it happen. So this is one of the things this is one of the reasons that I'm doing this digital nomading thing, is because I want to make sure that I actually like it. I might end up not liking it, and then come back to Toronto and say, I don't want to do that. And then, you know, think about something else that I've wanted to try for a long time, and then try that. So Another logistical thing besides moving my apartment, obviously packing, moving, getting my apartment rented out, transferring over the internet, canceling my phone line, all of those logistics, is obviously getting the visa for the country and exchanging money, getting the baht that I need in order to spend the first few days without going and looking for an ATM, etc. And the visa that I've gotten for Thailand is for 6 months. It's a 6 month, potential 6 month visa. So what it is that's a $200 visa. And what it does is that I can enter and leave as many times as I want in that 6 month period. And so what I'm going to do is that I've been planning that I'm going to work for 3 weeks at a stretch, so work intensely for 3 weeks, do everything that I need to do, and then take a week off, and then go travel somewhere in Asia. There's a bunch of places in Asia that I've always wanted to visit, but haven't had a chance yet. And so I'm hoping that this will kind of give me the chance to go visit Japan, Taiwan, Shanghai, Hong Kong, China itself, like mainland China, Vietnam, and maybe the Philippines. So I haven't really decided exactly all the different places. Japan is for sure. I really, really want to go see it. And so that is the plan in the next 6 months, is that I'm going to be working for 3 weeks at a time. I'll also have my computer in that week that I'm taking off. Really, I'm not taking it off. I'm going to be working through it. But what I'm doing is I'm taking off from Chiang Mai, and I'm going to travel somewhere in Asia, because it's like a hub, and it's pretty cheap to travel from Chiang Mai to Bangkok to wherever, or Chiang Mai to wherever. So for $300-400 airline ticket, I could travel to all of these amazing different places, stay at a hostel, do couch surfing, check out another aspect of living, check out a different culture, and not only just do the work. I mean, obviously, I'm going to Chiang Mai for a major reason is I want to work there. I want to focus on my online business. I want to make connections. I want to hang out with like-minded entrepreneurs. But more than that, what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to get out of the comfort zone. I'm trying to get out of this trap that I've created for myself. Not really a trap, but I'm in this mindset where I'm thinking a certain way, and I want to move away from it. And routine is what I've created for myself here, which works really well when you're trying to do a lot of work. But when you're trying to be creative, for me at least, I need to change things up. I need to change my location. I need to change my surroundings. And this is what I'm doing in order to get more creative, get more ideas flowing in my mind, get some different ideas from a business, meet some new people, just get the juices flowing. In addition, I don't want to fall into a trap where all of my life is about work. And I know I've done that in the past, and it's extremely easy for me to do that. I love working and I love what I'm doing. But I want to have a balance as well, obviously, with family, friends, relationships, and my hobbies. And one of my main loves in my life is travel. I want to see as many places as possible. That is who I am. And if I don't take a chance to go to Chiang Mai and travel to all these amazing places, then I'm doing myself a disservice. I'm doing my inner child a disservice. My inner child wants to play, and she wants to travel, and she wants to see new places. She wants to meet new people. And if I don't let her do this, then she's going to die off slowly, and her creative energies are going to dry up. I want that not to happen. I want her to have fun, even while she's working. I want her to be joyful. I want her to have all of the fun that's possible. So this is the reason I'm moving from place to place, doing the things that I'm doing, planning to see a bunch of different places that have been on my list for a long time, and make it a balance. See as much as possible, do as much work as possible, meet as many people as possible. Just pack it in. And it is possible to do it because I know how to take care of myself. I am a major proponent of self-care, and I will take the time when I need it to sleep in, to take care of myself, to take the rest that I need, to meditate, all of the different things I need to do. Again, it's a constant practice for sure, but this is the plan, and so I'm going to cut off this video right now because I want to keep on sharing these insights with you. I'll talk to you more about this tomorrow, about the different things I'm thinking about on this trip, why I'm doing this trip, all the different stuff that's coming up for me. So I hope that this video helps you. Again, I want to share as much as possible with you in the background, behind the curtains, so you guys can see what is it, why is the Millionaire Hippie doing what she's doing, and what is this all about. So I hope that you guys have an amazing day. My name is Boom Shikha, and If you guys join the free Facebook group, it's called the Millionaire Hippie Club. You're more than welcome to come over to the hub. If not, I'll talk to you guys the next time around. Bye for now.